China, officially known as the People's Republic of China, is one of the world's largest, most diverse, and most influential nations. With an area of 9.6 million square kilometers, approximately 3.7 million square miles, China is the fourth largest country globally, surpassed only by Russia, Canada, and the United States. Stretching from the Pacific coast to the majestic Himalayas, China's territory encompasses almost every type of terrain Earth has to offer, from towering mountains and arid deserts to fertile plains and vast plateaus. Approximately 70% of the country's land area consists of hills and plateaus. Most notable are the Himalayas in the southwest, home to Mount Everest, the roof of the world, situated on the border between China and Nepal. To the north lie the Gobi and Taklamakan deserts, harsh regions that make up about 20% of the national territory, creating a landscape that is both grand and wild. In contrast, the eastern and southeastern regions are where fertile plains and a dense network of rivers are concentrated, the heart of China's agriculture and industry. China is also blessed with some of Asia's longest and most abundant rivers. The most famous is the Yangtze River, Zhangjiajie, stretching over 6,300 kilometers, nearly 3,900 miles, making it the longest river in Asia and the third longest in the world. Along its banks are numerous major cities like Chongqing, Wuhan, Nanjing, and Shanghai, symbols of dynamic development. Additionally, there is the Yellow River, dubbed the cradle of Chinese civilization, as it was the center of the earliest dynasties in the nation's millennia-long history. Beyond its rich topography, China is also the country with the most neighbors globally, sharing borders with 14 nations: Russia, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, and North Korea. This diversity extends China's border length to over 22,000 kilometers, more than 13,600 miles, creating an incredibly complex and strategic geopolitical landscape. China's coastline runs along the East China Sea, the Yellow Sea, and the South China Sea, extending over 14 to 500 kilometers, approximately 9,000 miles, and encompassing thousands of islands, large and small, including Hainan Island, the Pearl of the South. From snow-capped mountains to sprawling rice paddies, from arid desert regions to bustling coastal metropolises, China is a perfect blend of challenging natural environments and the intense vitality of its people. This diverse geography has shaped one of humanity's most brilliant, complex, and enduring civilizations. China is the most populous nation on Earth, with a population of approximately 1.4 billion people, accounting for nearly 18% of the global population. Each year, even minor changes in China's birth or death rates are enough to influence worldwide demographic statistics. This is a country with a complex demographic history, having experienced periods of explosive growth, followed by recent trends of aging and population decline. In terms of ethnic structure, the Han Chinese constitute about 91% of the total population, forming the dominant group culturally, politically, and linguistically. Additionally, China recognizes 55 different ethnic minority groups scattered across border regions like Tibet, Xinjiang, Guangxi, and Yunnan. Many ethnic minorities possess distinct languages, customs, and beliefs, including the Qin people in Guangxi, who are in long-established community of Vietnamese origin. This diversity makes China one of the most multicultural nations in the world. However, its colossal population also brings significant challenges. One of these is a severe gender imbalance, a consequence of the one-child policy implemented for over 3 decades, starting in 1980. In a traditionally male-preferring society, this led to a surplus of approximately 40 million men compared to women, causing profound repercussions for marriage, labor, and social structure. Faced with an aging population and a sharp decline in birth rates, the Chinese government abolished the one-child policy, allowing 2 children from 2016 and 3 children from 2021 to encourage an increase in the younger population. Regarding urbanization, China is currently one of the fastest urbanizing countries in the world. There are over 170 cities with populations exceeding 1 million, and at least 6 megacities with populations over 10 million, including Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Tianjin, and Chongqing. Shanghai alone, Asia's leading economic hub, has an inner-city population of about 25 million, equivalent to the population of a medium-sized European country. China's major cities are not only economic drivers, but also models of modern urban transformation. Subway systems, high-speed rail, and advanced infrastructure connect hundreds of millions of people. However, this rapid development also brings issues such as pollution, wealth disparity, and housing pressure. From remote mountain villages to brightly lit megacities, China's demographic and urban landscape clearly reflects the powerful transformation of a country that is both enormous and complex, where people are at the center of all change. Life in China is a harmonious blend of ancient traditions and the world's most cutting-edge modernity. While megacities like Shanghai or Shenzhen are seen as symbols of technology and rapid development, unique ways of life still persist in rural areas and the remote West, reflecting the deep-rooted identity of the Chinese people. One surprising fact that astounds the world is that currently, about 35 million Chinese people still live in traditional cave dwellings, a number that seems to belong only to history. This form of residence is common in Shanxi, Gansu, and Shanxi provinces, where the terrain features numerous clay cliffs or soft rock mountains, making it easy to excavate cave houses. These cave homes are called yaodong, with a history spanning thousands of years, dating back to the Stone Age, and maintained by residents to this day. Interestingly, these cave houses are far from backward. Many have been modernized with electricity, running water, and even internet connectivity. Thanks to their special structure, yaodong are warm in winter and cool in summer, helping residents save energy while offering low construction costs and comfortable living. For many people in Western China, this is a sustainable lifestyle deeply connected to nature, a testament to humanity's remarkable adaptability to harsh environments. Another cultural trait that makes China unique in the world is its policy of using a single time zone, Beijing time, GMT+8, applied nationwide since 1949. This is particularly noteworthy because China spans nearly 5,000 kilometers, about 3,100 miles, east to west, naturally covering 5 different time zones. This decision was made to unify governance and consolidate centralized power after the People's Republic of China was established. However, sharing a single time zone also creates many unusual time discrepancies. In Xinjiang, located at the country's westernmost extreme, the sun might rise at 10 a.m. and set near midnight, while in Beijing, at the same time, it's already dark. This forces local residents to adjust their daily schedules to unofficial time to better align with natural light. For example, starting work at 10 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. The contrast between modern cities and ancient villages, between Beijing time and local time, vividly reflects the diversity and complexity of cultural life in China. Despite the widespread influence of technology and globalization, the country retains a profound traditional identity, where modernity and antiquity coexist, creating a China that is both peculiar and captivating to the world. Speaking of ancient China is to recall a brilliant civilization that profoundly influenced all of humanity. Among the myriad scientific and technical achievements left by the Chinese, the 4 great inventions, gunpowder, the compass, papermaking, and printing techniques, are considered the most important milestones, contributing to changing the course of world history. First is gunpowder, invented around the 9th century, during the Tang Dynasty. According to legend, Chinese alchemists, in their quest for an elixir of immortality, accidentally created a flammable mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter, which was gunpowder. Initially, the Chinese used it for fireworks and military signals, but later, gunpowder was applied to create weapons such as cannons, guns, and grenades. This invention quickly spread to Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, ushering in the era of firearms and completely changing how humans waged war. The second invention is the compass, which the Chinese called Jinanjin, south-pointing needle, developed around the 2nd century BCE. Upon discovering the magnetic properties of lodestone, the Chinese learned to craft the first directional devices. The primitive form of the compass was a magnetic spoon placed on a bronze plate, where the spoon handle always pointed south, symbolizing the direction of the emperor. When applied to maritime navigation, the compass helped Chinese sailors accurately orient themselves at sea, expanding trade along the maritime Silk Road thousands of years before Europe. The third invention is papermaking, a monumental turning point in the history of human civilization. Before paper, people had to write on bamboo slips, silk, or animal skins, which were heavy and costly. In 105 CE, during the reign of Emperor He of Han, an official named Kai Lun improved the process of making paper from tree bark, hemp fibers, and old fishing nets, creating a light, inexpensive, and easily mass-produced type of paper. From there, paper spread to Arab countries, and then to Europe in the 12th century, becoming the foundation for global education, printing, and written culture. The fourth invention is printing technology, originating from carving characters onto wood for printing documents. Around the 7th century, the Chinese developed woodblock printing, and by the 11th century, Beijing invented movable type printing using clay, later improved with metal. This technology pioneered modern printing, helping knowledge disseminate more widely than ever before. Beyond the four great inventions, the Chinese also created kites, tea, and an early form of soccer, called kuju, dating back more than 2,000 years. These inventions not only reflect intellect, but also demonstrate the enduring creative spirit of the Chinese people, a civilization that has repeatedly reshaped the face of the world. China is one of the countries with the longest and richest histories and cultures in the world, with thousands of years of continuous development. Consequently, this nation possesses countless magnificent structures, cultural heritage sites, and natural wonders of global significance, from ancient marvels to modern symbols of economic resurgence. First and foremost is the Great Wall of China, the greatest defensive structure ever built by humans. Beginning in the 5th century BCE and gradually completed over many dynasties, especially during the Qin and Ming periods, the wall stretches over 21,000 kilometers, about 13,000 miles, winding through mountains, deserts, and plains in northern China. Initially built to deter nomadic tribes from the north, today the Great Wall has become a symbol of Chinese national strength and will, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1987 and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Not far from there is the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, the resting place of the first emperor to unify China, Qin Shi Huang, 259–210 BCE. The mausoleum, discovered in 1974 in Xi'an, is famous for its terracotta army of over 8,000 meticulously crafted statues, detailed down to facial expressions, weapons, and uniforms. This is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, testifying to the superior artistry and engineering of ancient China. Another symbol of imperial history is the Forbidden City, a palace located in the heart of Beijing, constructed in the early 15th century under Emperor Yongle of the Ming Dynasty. It served as the residence and workplace for 24 emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties. With over 980 buildings and 8,700 rooms, the Forbidden City is the largest ancient palace complex in the world, recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage Site in 1987, attracting millions of visitors annually. Beyond man-made structures, China is also famous for many unique natural wonders, including Zhangjiajie, a sandstone mountain range with thousands of towering stone pillars, which inspired the setting for the movie Avatar. This area also boasts the Beilong Elevator, the world's tallest outdoor elevator at 335 meters, 1,099 feet, transporting visitors to the mountain's peak in less than 2 minutes. In the southwest, the Chengdu Research Base of giant panda breeding in Sichuan province is a paradise for China's national symbol, the giant panda. This reserve is currently home to approximately 30% of the world's total giant panda population and serves as a center for research, conservation, and breeding of this rare animal. Not only proud of its ancient heritage, China also asserts its position in modern architecture. The country currently boasts half of the top 10 tallest buildings on the planet, including the 632-meter, 2,073-foot Shanghai Tower, the world's second tallest building. This coexistence of a glorious past and a dynamic present is what makes China one of the most unique destinations on the planet. China is a vast canvas of contrasts and harmony, where thousands of years of traditional values intertwine with the world's most rapid modern development. From the ancient Yellow River civilization to megacities like Shanghai and Shenzhen, China has demonstrated its ability to both preserve its past and lead the future. It is the most populous nation on the planet, with over 1.4 billion people, and simultaneously, one of the largest and most influential economies globally. Its geographical diversity, from the majestic Tibetan Plateau to the fertile Eastern Plains, creates a country rich in landscapes and cultures. The Chinese people continue to uphold many traditional values, such as filial piety, solidarity, respect for education, and a strong emphasis on collectivism, factors that have contributed to shaping a powerful national identity. However, China is also a land of modern paradoxes. It is the world's largest manufacturing hub, yet it still has many underdeveloped rural areas. It boasts some of the most advanced cities, yet communities persist in simple conditions, even in traditional cave dwellings. Nevertheless, China's influence is undeniable, from its cuisine, language, and technology to its global political and cultural impact. As the birthplace of the 4 great inventions and numerous World Heritage Sites, China is not merely a nation, but also a symbol of humanity's strength, wisdom, and extraordinary adaptability.